Do you ever wonder why you feel tired even after a full night's sleep? You've put in the hours, you've gone to bed at a reasonable time, yet you wake up feeling groggy, sluggish, and just not ready to face the day. It's a frustrating cycle, and you might be looking at complex reasons like sleep apnea or chronic fatigue, but the answer could be much simpler and hiding in plain sight. Honestly, it's often not about the night before, but the first hour of your day that sets the tone for everything that follows. Some of your morning habits might be to blame. These are the seemingly innocent routines we all fall into, things we do on autopilot without a second thought. From how you wake up to what you consume, these small actions accumulate and can have a significant impact on your energy levels, your mood, and your overall health. The good news is that these are habits, and habits can be changed. By making a few conscious adjustments, you can transform your mornings from a source of dread into a powerful launchpad for a productive and energized day. So if you're ready to break free from that morning fog and reclaim your energy, you're in the right place. Together, we're going to dive deep into the science behind these common morning missteps. Let's uncover the top 5 morning mistakes that could be sabotaging your health. We'll explore not just what you're doing wrong, but more importantly, how to fix it with simple, actionable steps. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to a healthier, more vibrant morning routine. First on our list is a classic, and something I see all the time in my practice: skipping breakfast. Many people think that by skipping their morning meal, they're saving calories or saving time. But in reality, they could be setting their bodies up for failure for the rest of the day. Think of your body like a car that's been parked overnight. It needs fuel to get started and run efficiently. When you skip breakfast, you're essentially telling your body to run on an empty tank. This can lead to a significant drop in blood sugar levels, leaving you feeling irritable, foggy, and unable to concentrate on your tasks. This lack of fuel sends a signal to your brain that resources are scarce. In response, your body goes into conservation mode, slowing down your metabolism to conserve energy. This is the opposite of what you want in the morning when you're trying to be productive. A slower metabolism means you're burning calories at a reduced rate, which over time can contribute to weight gain. Furthermore, this initial energy deficit often leads to overeating later in the day. You might find yourself reaching for high-sugar, high-fat snacks in the afternoon to compensate, creating a vicious cycle of poor eating habits. So what's the solution? It doesn't have to be a 5-course meal. The goal is to break your fast, hence breakfast, with a balanced meal. You want a combination of protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. This could be something as simple as Greek yogurt with berries and a sprinkle of nuts, a couple of eggs with whole wheat toast, or even a protein smoothie if you're really short on time. This balanced intake will stabilize your blood sugar, kickstart your metabolism, and provide the sustained energy you need to power through your morning without that dreaded mid-morning crash. Alright, mistake number 2 is one that I think almost everyone is guilty of, myself included sometimes. It's reaching for your phone the second you open your eyes. That alarm goes off, and your hand instinctively grabs that little glowing rectangle. You start scrolling through emails, checking social media notifications, and reading the news headlines before your feet have even touched the floor. This seemingly harmless habit can be incredibly detrimental to your mental state and your ability to focus for the rest of the day. It's a recipe for starting your day in a reactive, rather than a proactive state of mind. When you immediately bombard your brain with external stimuli, work requests, social comparisons, and often stressful world events, you are hijacking your brain's natural waking process. Your brain is transitioning from a resting delta wave state to a more alert alpha and beta state. Flooding it with information triggers a spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. This puts you into a fight or flight mode from the get-go, creating a sense of anxiety and overwhelm before you've even had a chance to simply be present. This mental clutter makes it incredibly difficult to prioritize your own thoughts and intentions for the day. Instead of letting the outside world dictate your mood, try to carve out at least the first 15 to 30 minutes of your morning as a phone-free zone. Use an old-school alarm clock if you have to, so your phone doesn't even need to be on your nightstand. Use this time to connect with yourself. You could practice a minute of mindfulness. Think about what you're grateful for, or simply stretch and look out the window. By delaying that digital deluge, you're taking back control of your morning, reducing stress, and allowing your brain to wake up gently, setting a calm and focused tone for the hours ahead. Moving on to our third morning mistake, and this one is fundamentally simple: neglecting to drink water. Think about it. You've just gone 6, 7, maybe even 8 hours without a single drop of fluid. During sleep, your body is still working. You're breathing, your cells are repairing, and you're losing water through respiration and perspiration. You wake up in a state of dehydration, whether you feel thirsty or not. Reaching for coffee or tea first thing might feel like you're hydrating, but caffeine is a diuretic, which can cause you to lose even more fluid. Dehydration, even a mild case, can have a noticeable impact on both your physical and cognitive performance. It can lead to headaches, fatigue, and brain fog, which are often the very symptoms we're trying to combat in the morning. When your brain is dehydrated, it has to work harder to achieve the same results, impacting your memory and your ability to focus. Your body's cells also need water to function optimally, from transporting nutrients to flushing out toxins. Starting your day dehydrated is like asking your body's intricate machinery to run without proper lubrication. The fix for this is incredibly easy and effective. Keep a glass or a water bottle on your nightstand, before your feet hit the floor, before you check your phone, and definitely before you have your coffee. Drink a full glass of water. Aim for about 16 ounces or around 500 milliliters. This simple act rehydrates your system, helps to fire up your metabolism, aids in digestion, and flushes out waste products that have built up overnight. It's one of the easiest and most powerful things you can do to tell your body, okay, we're awake, let's get ready for a great day. The snooze button. It feels like your best friend for those 9 extra minutes of perceived bliss. But in reality, it's more like a frenemy to your sleep cycle. When your initial alarm goes off, your body starts a process to wake you up, releasing hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to make you feel alert. When you hit snooze and drift back off, you're interrupting that process. You're not getting deep, restorative sleep in those short intervals. Instead, you're entering a very light, fragmented stage of sleep that isn't beneficial at all. This cycle of waking up and dozing off again and again is what leads to a phenomenon called sleep inertia. That's the scientific term for that groggy, disoriented, and cognitively impaired feeling that can linger for hours after you finally drag yourself out of bed. Your brain gets confused. It doesn't know if it's supposed to be starting the wake-up process or going back to sleep. This internal battle makes it significantly harder to feel alert and can negatively impact your decision-making and productivity well into your morning. You think you're getting more rest, but you're actually just prolonging the painful process of waking up. The best strategy here is to learn to wake up with your first alarm. I know it sounds tough, but it's a skill you can develop. A key part of this is setting a consistent wake-up time, even on weekends, to regulate your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm. To make it easier, place your alarm clock or phone across the room. This forces you to physically get out of bed to turn it off. Once you're up, you're much less likely to crawl back under the covers. Resisting that snooze button is a powerful act of discipline that pays dividends in mental clarity and energy. The final mistake we'll cover today is staying sedentary after you wake up. After being immobile for a long night's sleep, your muscles and joints can feel stiff and your circulation can be sluggish. Many of us go directly from lying in bed to sitting at the breakfast table, then sitting in a car or on a train, and finally sitting at a desk. We're missing a crucial window of opportunity to wake up our physical bodies, not just our minds. This lack of movement can contribute to that feeling of lethargy and physical stiffness that plagues so many people's mornings. Introducing some form of light movement or exercise first thing in the morning can be a game changer. It doesn't have to be an intense hour-long workout at the gym. Even 5 to 10 minutes of gentle activity can work wonders. Movement increases blood flow to your brain and muscles, delivering a fresh supply of oxygen and nutrients. This boosts your energy levels far more effectively and sustainably than a cup of coffee. It also releases endorphins, which are natural mood-elevating chemicals, helping you start the day with a more positive and optimistic outlook. So what can you do? It's all about finding what feels good for your body. This could be some simple dynamic stretches to loosen up your spine, hips, and shoulders. Maybe it's a short yoga flow, A brisk walk around the block to get some fresh air and sunlight, or even just doing some jumping jacks or push-ups next to your bed. The key is to get your heart rate up slightly and move your body through its range of motion. This simple habit signals to your entire system that the day has begun, shaking off the remnants of sleep and preparing you for whatever lies ahead. So there you have it. 5 common morning habits that might be holding you back from feeling your best. From skipping breakfast and hitting snooze to being glued to your phone, these small actions can have a big cumulative effect on your health. The science is clear, but knowledge is only half the battle. The real power comes from applying this information and making small, consistent changes. Don't feel like you have to overhaul your entire routine overnight. Start with one. Maybe this week you focus solely on drinking a glass of water before your coffee. Try swapping out these habits for healthier alternatives and see how much better you feel. Instead of scrolling, try stretching. Instead of snoozing, stand up on the first alarm. These aren't just about avoiding negatives. They're about actively adding positives to your morning that will ripple throughout your entire day, improving your mood, focus, and energy. It's about taking control and being intentional with the first hour of your day, setting yourself up for success. Your future self, the one who feels energized and ready to tackle challenges, will thank you for it. I hope you found this information helpful and feel empowered to make some positive changes. If you did, please support the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own morning tips in the comments below. I love reading about what works for you all. What's one morning habit you're going to try to change this week? Let's continue the conversation down below. As always, stay happy and healthy.